All right, welcome back to Disney Lorcana YouTube channel. We're here with box number 2 of Reign of Jafar, which we do an opening here soon. Put that to the side for now. Through some magic of editing and some bit of manual labor, we did organize the bulk of the rares, foils, and then our legendary. The doctor has been working on the binder, putting everything together for our master set. So we'll leave these here, that way they're kept organized. This is just the preference that I have between the 6 different colors and then any dual color. I recognize that the dual colors get mixed in there as well too, but for bulk purposes, it's easier to separate out the dual colors from everything else. Before we begin, got something to add to my personal collection. This just arrived today. I haven't opened it yet. We'll see if it does open. I apologize for the noise in advance on this. All right. Well, what do we have scissors for? Always be careful when using scissors on packages. You don't want to actually damage a card or anything like that. So move this to the side. Good. Nothing identifiable on camera that we would attempt to edit out afterwards. I have a couple more things coming in the mail here soon. We also have a visitor from a dog, which I always appreciate. Hi, Sahana. I know. Everyone did want to see you. Yeah, give you good pets. Give you good pets. Yes. Probably can't see her. You may be able to hear her, though. Just be lucky you can't smell her breath. All right, finally have that out. So, should be able to see it for the camera here. It is the promo from the Tokyo Toy Show for the Mickey Mouse in Japanese. And it's a foil card. You can see it a bit. It's also a PSA 10. I like the artwork with it. I think it's pretty classic. It's just something I wanted for my personal collection here. So, just got delivered today. We'll talk more about collection, my thoughts on that as well, too. So, I'm happy that's here. I'll put this off to the side now. All right. Finally, get to the box. Once again, be careful about opening anything with scissors, knives, razor blades. No point in spending the money on shiny cardboard just to have a nice cut mark in it. Also brought the trash can up. That way it's easier to get rid of. Okay. I do have the dock here with me as well. It's just going to keep getting shorter until I don't know what point, but I'll let you pick out the packs that you want first.
All of them.
All of them. I get to open no packs today. Honestly, after the box we had last time, maybe that's preferable because, look, I love the Stitch. I'm happy to have that legendary card, but in terms of expected value, that box was not great. Will we hit an enchanted today? Unknown. It's about a 1 in 4 chance. I'm hopeful that we can. As usual, we have our penny sleeves, we have our top loaders. If there's any other questions, we're happy to answer stuff in the comments. But if not, we'll go with the first pack. As I said last time, I am a collector first and foremost. We play a little bit, but I have been building up my own collection. We do also sell cards. We want to go to a card show at some point and hopefully have a table. We have something ready to go for that. Let's see, do I get anything of interest? It's super rare and not a whole lot with that. I think stuff we may already have. Maybe a new foil. That's a pretty cool looking common foil though.
Calhoun?
Yeah. Fairly expensive. The bodyguard is nice, but may have a difficulty getting that out at some point. So, still very nice. I have gone to a few different card shows in order to buy. If you're a person that does card shows, you probably notice that there isn't a whole lot of Lorcana at the shows, which is actually why we want to start vending, because we don't really see that within the community. I think it's fairly clear that the player base is pretty strong, the collector community is still growing. I'm not gonna say it's weak or anything, but it seems to be outweighed by the player community, which is why if you track prices at all, you'll notice that anytime there's a shift in the meta, you see wild price spikes on certain cards. Oh, do we want to talk about the crocodile?
So that is the other one that is a continuous art. When you have the foil, it doesn't have the border on the one side that continues into the art.
Okay. This is very cool. We also talked earlier about the difference between alligators and crocodiles. Not that we know the difference, but we know they are different in Lorcana.
Yes. And you do have both now in Lorcana.
Alligators and crocodiles?
Yes.
Amazing.
The crocodiles are the ones with the 2 cards that have the continuous art.
Okay. So hopefully if we come across those in the foil, we'll point those out. I don't think we've seen them as of yet.
No, we have not.
Okay.
I haven't seen them or the nephews.
Okay. Oh, we also did learn about the pigeons. They're not from Animaniacs, which we already knew, but I was hopeful they were from Animaniacs. I would love to see a Pinky and the Brain Enchanted. I know that there's different properties. I can dream, right? Was I correct? They're from Bolt?
Yes.
The pigeons? All right. I listen. Looks like I have a legendary as a spoiler. We talked about this last time. Oh, okay. So we had the foil last time. Now we have the non-foil legendary, along with a nice dual color Captain Hook foil. Rare. That's pretty nice. Maybe I can get a pirate deck going again. That'd be pretty cool. Anything exciting on your end?
I just like that card. When I was looking at it yesterday, I was concerned that he didn't have Singer. Because Singer comes second.
Oh. Is this from Zootopia?
Yeah.
All right.
That's the he's the one at the front desk that loves the... Whoa, that's a new one.
Oh, that is. We'll show this on camera. Part of the art, looks like there's 2 pictures going. This is the first time we've seen that artwork. That's nice. I have no idea exactly what's going on. We really should read the lore. I don't know if we've collected everything yet, though.
For the art cards, we're short, I think, 5 cards.
Okay.
For the other ones, we're short quite a few. The actual story part, we're short quite a few.
Okay. Also, I think we got distracted. I forgot what we were talking about.
This is a character that loves Gazelle in the movie.
Nope, not ringing a bell.
Gazelle is the pop singer.
How about that? If it's not the sloth, what are we even talking about? I think that's everyone's favorite character. And by everyone, I mean mine.
Okay, I'm going to stop trying to sort those.
That's okay. I can sort those. That way we stay organized. We didn't do that the first time. We do like to keep everything organized. Maybe we'll do a video on how we go through that process of our binders, our bulk, rare, super rare, legendary foils, even enchanted that we pull. We do have quite a few of those as well. We've been collecting since set 1. We've opened a lot of set 1. A decent amount of the rest, except for probably Shimmering Skies. I don't know why we didn't open as much there. We just didn't. I like the set too, especially that Mufasa.
I think it was just a timing when it came out.
It may have been the case, which actually brings up a good point. Try to remind me to talk about that in terms of timing, financial considerations when it comes to collecting. That's really important. All right, let's see what we have here. That wrong lever. Classic one. Super rare. Okay. No luck with the enchanted yet. That's okay.
I'm not doing too good. I got rare common.
Rare common. I at least got a super rare and an uncommon. Not much better, but hey. Some of these cards we probably don't have, so in terms of completing the master set, that's a win. And sometimes you have to just be happy with that. I still really love the foiling on these. I'm so glad. Outside of maybe a print line there, I don't know, but
that one,
yeah, a little bit. That's okay.
I was like, does it have like horizontal print lines on it? But it's a card, and it's not a foiling.
That's just part of the card, non-foil, but part of the card. Very nice artwork. Where's these are comments? I'll take those.
Common and uncommon.
Common and uncommon, right. We do treat uncommon the same as common. I know it may not necessarily always be the case. as I'm sure you've seen, sometimes you get foil uncommon or even commons that the price on them makes absolutely no sense. And that goes back to that player base, right?
And there's also the Tipo uncommon. It's like a $3 card.
Oh, right. I wonder if it still is after the ban.
Oh,
I haven't checked that. Yeah, I haven't checked that price. So, okay. But yeah, when it comes to collecting Lorcana, I'm not a financial advisor, but the first thing I would tell you, first and foremost, is never buy anything more than what you can actually afford. This is shiny cardboard. It's not a retirement plan. Realistically, for the vast majority of us, it's never a business either. There are a few I know that do that with Pokemon, but it's high risk. Would I recommend doing a business like that? No. Do I ever want to be in business for doing something like that? No. I sell cards because I enjoy doing that on the side, but it is not part of my main financial plan whatsoever. It never will be. All right, let's see what we have here. That's pretty bad. Rare, rare and common. We have rare, rare, and common. Wow. Spoke too soon about it being pretty bad, didn't I? I think that goes back to the philosophy in general, though, in terms of what your hobbies are. I think it's great to have hobbies, enjoy what you do, but make sure you're not spending outside of your means. That includes for buying things that you're trying to sell at some point. If you're ever at a point where you have to sell the cards because you need the money for something else, you should never be in that position again. You've already made a mistake when doing that. The goal is to, if a card drops drastically in price, like, I don't know, maybe I was trying to sell, this Mickey. Maybe I bought it because I thought it was a good deal and maybe I could sell it later. But I should never reach the point where I absolutely need the money. So please keep that in mind. Buy responsibly, sell responsibly. Really would love to never have our community go in terms of what Pokemon is doing now, with people fighting over cards, over buying things as soon as they come available in stores. Just awful behavior. I know this isn't necessarily, neither is Pokemon a kid's game. Pokemon's been out since.
That's the other crocodile.
Oh, that's another crocodile. I like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, very nice. I'm gonna learn other words than cool at some point. Probably not. My background is not in English, so that's unlikely to be the case. But yeah, I don't think I should have to say. Don't fight people for cardboard. Try not to fight people really for any reason. But cardboard, yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, let's be better than that. Hopefully, Pokemon has a fix for that as well too. But human nature is human nature sometimes. So. All right, enough of the negativity. Let's go into the positivity. Let's find some good hits.
Let's get enchanted.
Let's get an enchanted. How about we do that? Just cards, give us an enchanted, and then we're good. Or just give us. Nope, I got a foil rare of a great freaking dog, though.
Oh, one of the things that has been brought up is if you have one of those continuous arts.
Yeah.
It could look like an enchanted because you won't have the black border.
Oh,
so don't get too excited.
Well, that would be something. That's pretty awful. Like, I know it's cool, but that's pretty rough. Same thing with this print line within the kernel. I mean, epic dog. Oh, there we go. New word. Not cool. Epic. Although I can't use epic for after this set, because then it'll have a different meaning in Lorcana. I'm taking all the words. I'm going to be left with very little.
You can use iconic for the rest of this video.
Iconic. Everything will be iconic. This common, iconic. I think that's already getting old. That did not take long. I can say that if you sort things as you open, it can make your life a lot easier. We had a backup at one point where we had a bunch of different cards open from different sets. They were stacked up on the table, and they sat there for longer than I would like to admit, just trying to get it organized and finding the energy and effort to actually do that. But if you do things as you go, it's not so bad. Did I pull it right? I did not. That's okay. We got a rare. I have a rare. And we have a super rare. Is that so, Sahana? Is that so? Yeah? Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you. You have a pretty cool one as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And this is the card of the set. So this is the super rare, but I think this is also the play set.
Right.
So, not play set.
The Illuminator's Quest?
No, the set championships card.
Oh, the promo for that. That's right. I only have one of the SOAR promos, or the SOAR set championships, with the Stitch. It's a Rockstar Stitch. Of course, I'm going to have that. But yeah. Okay, we're back. I had to take a quick break. It was a bit too warm, so needed to remove a layer. Also, the dog was starting to lose her mind. She may lose her mind again. That's okay. It would not be a Sahana if she did not lose her mind. So, continue on sorting. I think I say we're back as if there was any actual pause in terms of video. It'll be a 1 frame difference. So, I apologize for those that had to wait that 1 frame. That'll be tough. Oh yeah, let me sort those. So yeah, only the one store championship or the set championship prize. I do like the Ursula. I do like some of the other ones that are there. The Mirabelle is really cool looking. I think at some point maybe I'll end up collecting those. They just haven't been on the priority list for me. We do have the Illuminator's Quest, the Palace Heist, coming in the mail at some point. And we'll be looking forward to playing that one. I think we enjoyed the Ursula's Quest. That was really cool. That one can get crazy difficult, even if you're using your own decks. So I think we played it the first time, and we used the pre-constructed decks that they had with it, and that wasn't too bad, I don't think. But when we upped the difficulty, it started to become a little bit harder. And then even at some point when we used our own decks, it was like, oh, this is actually really difficult. I can't remember if we won that or not.
I believe we did.
Okay, well, that's good. If not, you can't prove otherwise, so I can just say it. I think that's when I was definitely playing an aggro deck. So really love the foiling. I don't think I can get over the foiling change. I'm looking forward to different art types. I know the iconic and the epic. I think everyone's looking forward to those. Though I'm curious, anyone who's watching, how you feel about having a rarity higher than enchanted. When they announced that there was going to be one in between legendary and enchanted, super excited about that. Thought that was a great idea. Long time needed for that, especially any sort of alt arts, other things like that. But having something rarer than enchanted, given we're at what 1 in 94 packs for an enchanted card, that just seems absolutely crazy to be rarer than that.
96.
96. So I think when I brought it up to some of my buddies who collect Pokemon, they were like, "Oh, 1 in 94, that's not bad." I was like, "I don't even know how you collect Pokemon then." I could not do that.
Well, I mean, that same friend pulled 2 Bubble Mews.
He did pull a Bubble Mew, yeah.
I thought he pulled 2.
I think maybe. I can't remember. Yeah, he did definitely had 2. So got our first, 2 legendaries. Very great legendaries. So Heather Rapunzel. I don't think I've seen Tangled. I've seen parts of Tangled. This fantastic artwork, once again. To put that away, and then we'll show off the Mickey.
I love how they've taken it to it coming out of the page.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you can see it on the Rapunzel, the hair, and even across the border, which, at least from my understanding, either from memes or from the short amount I did watch, that seems very fitting for Rapunzel. But now we have the Mickey, same thing. I'm not really sure why it's Reign of Jafar when it looks like it should be Reign of Mickey. Dude is bigger than a tower. He could just take over.
Big Mick.
I mean, it is Giant Mouse, so I think for the Big Tink it was Giant Fairy? That makes sense. I do like that card. This was going to be a fun one, I think. If you can get this one into play, this is just so dangerous to have. Obviously, the 10 cost, that's going to be another story. But
what's the back card?
We have something else. Another artwork we haven't seen before. Yeah. I'm guessing it's probably the middle of one of the two things.
For the other ones, it was the bookends.
Oh, maybe it is. That's true, because it does look like what we saw with Arcasia's Island with the green. Very nice. Okay. I put things away. I have not fallen behind on my sorting. This is not good. Doc is getting ahead of me. All right, you go on ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep opening.
Yeah, find the enchanted. That's what we need. If you're gonna go on ahead, find the enchanted. I don't think it's too much to ask.
Here, have some more to sort.
Oh, thank you. Much appreciated. I think this is going to be my full-time job now. It's just sorting stuff. So remember I told you about collection and not spending, more than you can afford. Make sure to have the income coming in elsewhere, I would recommend. Well, maybe you can get a job just sorting cards. Honestly, I don't think I would want to do that. I can only do this for so long before I lose my mind. Anything of note?
No, I just like the art of this Bruno.
Yeah, the super rare Bruno. We did watch that recently. I mentioned that in the last video. Did like it. It's a fun movie. Alright, finally get to open the card. Got the Colonel again. Jiminy Cricket. And then just another common foil. I'm running out of packs. These boxes have not been good to us. We probably will need an enchanted just to save the two boxes. We'll see if that happens. We have, 3 packs each?
Yep.
Maybe we'll get there. One can have hope. If not, it's still fun to open the packs. I enjoy that, if nothing else.
This one is folded.
It's folded over?
Yeah. Came folded.
Oh, I didn't do the sort. Slacking. For the astute watchers among us, if you're wondering why the amber is lower than the rest, it's because the doctor had already started putting things into the binder, so quite a bit of cards are missing because everything goes into the binder. So even common foils we like, or commons, non-foil, we would put those in a sleeve. Everything goes in a binder, and when we have our master set of non-foils as well as foils. This one I know we already have in a sleeve inside the binder.
The printing is slightly different on this. Looks like I got stuck in manufacturing.
I wonder if we're going to see like a crimped card situation or something.
I don't know.
We've opened up a few of those where we get those up just on the foil card. We have not seen a crimped enchanted one yet. Honestly, I don't actually want to see it. I know there's probably some people that would be really excited about that. I am not among them. Okay, Ymir, Mulan, another common foil. A very cute one though. So the focus apparently is on a person and not the dog, which I don't understand, but that's okay.
That's interesting. I got the mini that was on the cover of the pack.
Always a fun one to have happen.
But it was a rare common. And no crimp.
No crimp. Okay. Probably a good thing.
But that's a cute.
Oh, the Goofy.
No, that's Pluto.
That's Pluto. You're right. Yes. At some point, I may have to do a quiz in order to see how many of the Disney characters I recognize. I am not going to graduate. I could probably name at least 4. It depends on how many Lion King ones you give me.
0.
Well, that's just not fair. That's mean. Oh, let me put this
1
here.
from every franchise.
1? That's bad. I'm going to do terrible on that. Especially because if you're picking, it's not at random. You could give me some very obscure ones.
Of course.
Yeah.
Although I don't know of an obscure one. I could give you like the hyenas. Can you tell all the hyenas apart?
I mean, Ed is easy to tell apart. Shenzi, maybe. Actually, I forgot the third one. Oh, I feel bad too.
Another rare common.
Yeah. Honestly, we need more Ed. Oh man, I am really falling far behind.
Yeah, you opened the pack without sorting.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. Not my finest moment. That's okay though.
Can I have some more penny sleeves, please?
Need more sleeves?
Yes.
We run through quite a bit. That's the other thing I guess would recommend. Always have supplies before you open cards. You don't have sleeves or top loader or card saver if you prefer that something to protect a card and you open an enchanted and you have nowhere to put it. That's a bad day. Well, unless you're one of those that play with enchanted or foil cards. I know there's a lot of people that do that. I'm not going to pretend otherwise for the life of me. I will never understand it. I don't think I've ever played with a foil, and I get hesitant over playing with legendaries though. Kind of don't have a choice. But playing with an enchanted, I don't think I could ever do that one.
Last pack magic?
Last pack magic. I don't know on this one. We'll see what happens. What do you think?
Well, I'm open mine first.
Go ahead.
So yours will be the actual last pack.
Oh, this is so bad. This is not going to go well. No.
Okay.
We'll put something positive.
The pack doesn't want me to open it.
That's because it's hiding in enchanted, obviously. There we go. You can't lose to a pack.
Have you met me? I definitely can.
Yeah, it happens. Though in like earlier print ones, opening the packs could be difficult at times. If you haven't opened first chapter a bunch, yeah, that was definitely a thing.
Rare, uncommon.
Yay! That was not a great. We are not doing good on these two boxes. They're very, I'll say, cute. I don't care. It's a dog. It's going to be cute. Okay, sue me on this, guys.
You said cute, not cool, so you're good.
I know, but every dog I say is cute. But they're all good dogs. They're all cute. Like, I can't help that. All right, here we go. Should we do it how everyone else does it? No, I still don't like that because if it isn't enchanted, I will be very unhappy with that. So, got a rare, or super rare, and then another rare. Not a great box. This is what happens though. You go through an entire case and may not get value. Go through an entire box, may not get value associated with that. I think that's something to keep in mind when it comes to collection and a hobby.
That is a cool new art card, though.
It is. The Rhino?
No.
Or the
art card. The puzzle piece card?
Oh, this one. I thought that was similar to the other one, but this one with it actually lit. Okay. Very nice. Going back though, if you are wanting certain cards, do not open packs until you get those cards. That's never going to be a winning proposition, okay? You open packs because you enjoy the hobby. You're looking to get a lot of different cards. You have fun doing it. But if you're wanting specific cards and you're expecting to make money off of the value of opening packs, you're going to be disappointed. In fact, in the long run, you'll be disappointed. There'll be some boxes, some packs where you pull that, one pack and you get the enchanted. But that is the outlier. That's just not the norm. So you have to know that going into, I think, any card game, you're going to end up with a lot of bulk. You'll have a few legendaries, and every so often you'll have that really cool alt art enchanted, whatever you like to collect. So, okay. Well, everything is mostly organized. We'll be putting stuff in the binder. We'll make another video about what we have in our binder, what's still missing with it. But that'll be a future video. We still have some more stuff coming along the way. More Reign of Jafar boxes coming in. I think I've already asked you to put stuff in the comments previously. So if you are, thank you. And if you're not, if you're just watching, I appreciate that as well too. So more to come, but thanks again for being here, and we'll see you next time.